Hello, friends.
Hello.
Welcome to another video. I'm Miley.
And I'm Eric.
Oh my gosh, that was kind of obnoxious. And today we are going to share some news with you that we are making some changes in our life.
And not just that amorphous, like we've decided to do some things, like we've set some goals.
We want some accountability.
Action. Yes, having some accountability.
We're really trying to work for some change. And so we want to share that with you guys today. Okay, so what the heck are we doing? What is this very clickbait style video talking about?
So this is kind of a follow-up to a video that you did a while back about your fitness or weight loss and gain journey.
Yep.
And you had really been trying to make some actionable changes. And
probably over the past like 6 months. I shared in that video, I've been doing really good for a week and then really bad for a week. And losing 5 pounds, then gaining that same 5 pounds back. And just like, I've been playing this game with myself and I haven't really been able to get it together in my brain in a consistent and lasting way. And so I feel like the missing piece from that, once I filmed that video and kind of was able to process the whole journey, the missing piece from it is I needed accountability. Yeah. I needed a partner to do it with. And you've gone through this similar experience many times before too, of losing some weight, gaining some weight back. We both have the desire to commit to this together and be each other's accountability partners on a health and fitness journey. But we want to, instead of making it kind of nebulous,
we've set some concrete, like, here is what happens if we slip up. Here is what we're working towards in terms of beyond just, I want to feel better, I want to weigh this much. Like, we've set some actual things that like will hopefully help in motivating us to stick with it long term. And
we want to share all that with you because I want you guys to be another level of accountability for us.
And if you want to go on this journey with us, like, I think the systems that we've kind of set up are
replicable.
Yeah, I think they can work well and they might be fun, especially if you have multiple people in your house that would be looking at doing this. So
every single Friday, we are going to post some sort of health and fitness journey update video. We don't really know what those are going to look like yet. It may just be check-ins. It may be fun activities you can go do with us, working out, or like Eric's new tempo machine is coming soon. We'll probably do a Friday video about that when you get it in. So we're just going to post a video every Friday to help us stay accountable with each other, with you guys, and create content to kind of document this health journey that we're going on. So today's video is the very first video. We're kind of announcing that this is what we're doing. We're committing to it. We are getting our YouTube accountability partners out there. So today's video, we are just going to tell you about our strategy. This is day one. We've both stuck to it really good so far. It's almost dinner time. I gotta make dinner. But let's talk specifically, Scrimpy, about the process that we're following and how we're gonna hold each other accountable.
Yeah, so first off, we both have committed to working out some form of physical activity 4 times a day is what I almost said.
Oh God.
So first off, we have both committed to some form of physical activity, exercising at least 4 times a week. We had kind of thrown around a few numbers and we feel like...
Sorry, there are dogs hardcore playing in the background, so excuse the background noise.
So we felt like 4 days a week would be enough to like get us going, but not be over committing to where we're going to burn out.
We almost did 5, but then we were like, no.
Let's assess in like a month or 2 and then maybe ramp it up if we want.
Yeah.
So that's the fitness part. And then from the health standpoint, we both have separate apps that we're using this, but we're going to be tracking our daily recommended food intake.
I'm using Weight Watchers. They have a really awesome and comprehensive meal food tracking system. You can literally scan barcodes on foods and they assign points to the food that you consume. And I have a points goal that I'm trying to stick to every day.
And then I'm using the MyFitnessPal app. It's totally free. The food tracker is completely free. And similar to Weight Watchers, it has a barcode scanner. And additionally, you can add foods into it. If like you cook a meal and you've tracked all the calories, you can just plug it in and it actually shares it with everybody else. So if somebody else makes grilled chicken and broccoli, they'll type that in and see what you put in, or alternatively, you type it in, you'll see what somebody else did. So it's very easy and very simple to do. Then I have a set caloric intake. I put in my height, weight, and my goal, and it calculated, here's how many calories you should be eating. So we both have those two goals every week for the exercise and every day for the food consumption.
Yep.
Which works because what you put in your body is more important than how you exert yourself.
Yep.
So what happens though?
This is the good part. This is the genius part, because I feel like when we've done weight loss journeys before, which this time we're not looking to lose weight, although we know that that will be a byproduct. We're really focused on just feeling better, having more energy, feeling more confident about ourselves. That's really our focus, although we will be measuring weight along the way. We recognize that that's not the do-all, end-all.
Yeah.
But in previous attempts at this that have been different levels of successful, we always set goals for ourselves. We're really good at goal setting. But we haven't found that magic thing that really, in those super weak moments of, I really freaking just need ice cream right now, let's get ice cream, and the other one being like, okay, great. We haven't found something that in that moment is just like super hardcore push against that impulse.
Yeah, it's impulse control. And so
Eric thought of this brilliant idea. Sorry, I cut you off, and it was only to talk about how brilliant your ideas are, so you're welcome. So Eric had this brilliant idea because I was saying to him, I think we need to do something that's actually going to be a motivator for those weak moments when we both just want to get ice cream or whatever it may be. And that's what we haven't been able to crack the code on yet. And so Eric came up with the most genius idea. I'm going to let him tell you about it because it is so super motivating and I think actually is going to work. What did you come up with, Scrimpy?
So our goals that we've committed to: exercising 4 times a week and sticking under our our food intake every day. When we slip up, when we go over our food intake, or at the end of the week we haven't exercised 4 times, we get a strike and we mark that down, and then we have to put $5 in a jar. And at the end of the month, whoever has the fewer strikes gets the jar money. And if it's tied, then that money carries over to the next month, and so on and so forth, until hopefully there's no money in the jar at all.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have any strikes at all, because in the moment when I'm thinking I really want ice cream, but that's going to send me over my points, I'm going to be like, oh, do I really want to spend $5 of my personal money? We have our own.
Yeah.
If you don't know, part of our budget system is we each get a monthly allowance for personal funds to use however we want to. We don't need to consult the other on any purchase we make as long as it's within our personal money funds. We do $200 each a month. And so, like, when you think about it, if I mess up 3 times, 4 times in a week, that's $20 out of my $200 for the whole month. Like, we're pretty hardcore about our budget. And so, like, $5 may to you seem like, well, I'll just put $5 in and who cares? But to us, like, every cent of our personal dollars is accounted for. Like, we are very serious about our personal funds and, like, saving our money and whatnot. And so $5 from our personal funds is like a real ding, I feel like.
So adjust it based on your
means
and needs.
If you spend $500 on yourself every month, then maybe make it $20 a strike or whatever. But that's what we felt was enough of a motivator, but not, insane. Like, I owe my whole $200 for the whole month if I have 3 strikes.
I initially suggested $10, but she didn't like that. So.
Yeah, sometimes I'm going to need a strike, Sometimes it's going to be worth that $5, but mostly it's not. Continue with the explanation.
So yeah, we'll keep track of the strikes over time. And then if money carries over, then we will just build that jar more and more. And then in terms of the long-term goal setting and kind of because that's the other thing, like I said, is that it's this very nebulous, like we want to feel better. We want to...
we do have weight loss goals, to be fair. But
those things in the past anyway have not done the job in terms of keeping us honest, keeping us motivated long term.
Can I help you, ma'am? Do you have something to say? Would you like to talk to the people?
Miley came up with kind of the long term end of the, like, once we attain our goals.
Awesome.
So do you want to share what you came up with for...
Yes. So we are setting a fairly large budget, which I will not disclose the budget amount, but buy the things we want to buy for ourselves, you will probably be able to say.
Because the assumption is this is going to take us over a year to
for sure.
We're going to be
we are not in a hurry. We are trying to make actual sustainable lifestyle changes, and we are on the slow and steady path.
So the budgets may seem high, but it's not like we're doing this tomorrow. Like we'll have time to build up to this.
So each one of us have come up with a really expensive thing that we want. I've actually come up with 2, and I haven't decided which one I want, but we have set ourselves a budget, and when each of us reaches our goal weight, which again, like Eric said, could take a year, could take 2 years, could take, we don't know how long, could never happen, who knows?
Yeah.
But this is something we can consistently have in the back of our mind that we are long-term working toward. So do you want to share what your items you're thinking you want to purchase are?
Well, mine's kind of a little bit more nebulous than Miley's because, being perfectly honest, my budget is going to be determined by ultimately what Miley's budget is. So I'm intentionally keeping it a little bit vague. But essentially, I do a lot of work on my computer, and I do a lot of my recreational time on my computer. I play games and stuff like that.
Record podcasts.
Record YouTube videos. Yeah. So I spend a lot of time on my computer, and it's good. It's a nice computer. I've already invested quite a bit of money into it. But doing a kind of comprehensive overhaul upgrade on my computer in terms of video card, processor, maybe a new monitor. So yeah, getting some really high-end gear in there to kind of elevate everything that I do on there.
Upgrade your computer, essentially.
Yes.
And my items that I'm trying to decide between are either a Louis Vuitton purse, because that's just one of my things in life that I really like.
She's wanted a Louis for a long time.
I wanted a Louis Vuitton purse for a really long time. I've had many times in my life where I could have bought one, like I could have spent the money on it and I could have done it, but I just never have, because it's so much money. They cost so much money. It's ridiculous. But I think the reason I do want to make a Louis my goal is because I'll feel like I actually earned it, you know? I'll feel better about making that big purchase. But the other thing that I really, really want that I've said I've wanted for a long, long time is a hot tub for our backyard. So I'm trying to decide, do I want a Louis Vuitton or do I want a hot tub as my end goal thing? So
what do you think she should pick?
And it is very, very likely that if and when we do hit our goals in a year or two, that our big ticket item may be completely different.
Yeah.
It may change over time what we're working toward, but essentially really, really rewarding ourselves on a big expensive purchase that we just don't make for ourselves.
And I guess a way that you could think of it is like, if you were to roughly estimate how long it's going to take us, if you were to take our monthly budget every month that we're working towards this, that's kind of our end goals. So that's another way to, if you're going to try to do this with us, to kind of measure out, set a year budget for something like this, something that you can save up to over time to have a big treat yourself moment.
Right. Maybe it's not a tangible item. Maybe it's a vacation or something
that just didn't seem like the right time to plan a vacation.
Right. And that's what we ultimately would have done, is like, we're going to go to Disneyland after we both hit our goals, but we're not going to Disneyland anytime soon, you know? So yeah, that's kind of the structure of what we're doing. Now, having said that, we did start this week, but as Mila mentioned, my workout thing that I'm waiting on to be like the moment where it's like, okay, time to go, doesn't get here until next week. So we're starting the
food intake this week, and then next week will be when we start the workout. Oh,
and one more important thing to note is we're giving ourselves one meal a week on Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights are our date night. Date night for the past year probably has literally been ordering food in and watching TV.
Yeah.
That's what we do every Wednesday.
Because what else are you going to do right now?
What the heck else are you supposed to do? But Wednesdays for dinner, we are going to let ourselves order kind of a dinner, like a cheeseburger and fries, or whatever we want, and some dessert. So because it's good to let yourself have a cheat meal every week. And it may be that, like, if we know we're going out with friends on a Saturday, and
whenever we do that,
right,
we skip
Wednesday as our date night and make Saturday our cheat meal instead. But all this to say, we're excited, we're motivated, but we're not trying to burn ourselves out. We're not trying to be totally unrealistic and perfect. all this to say, we want you guys to come along on this journey with us. We want to document it, to share with you all, but also to hold ourselves accountable and really commit to making this change. We will keep you updated every single Friday. And
yeah, but let us know in the comments if you're going to be going on this journey with us, and maybe like what your long-term goal is. What is the thing that you're going to treat yourself with? Because we would love to hear that and know that there are other people out there doing it with us, and it's not just the two of us.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so anyway, bye.
That's all, folks. Don't forget to like this video and
smash that subscribe button.
Subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.